Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Predreadnoughts and to the Byzantine campaign, where, well, since the end of the last episode, I've just been ending the turn and playing Slider Hero and watching the world. So, worthwhile to check in on the politics screen. Now, we do have a very small fleet. It is quite a good strategy early on to not have too much in the way of a fleet, because it lets you do this and max out your transport cap, expand your shipyard, get your crew training and your tech budget going. Although we are behind because I rushed an engine tech, and our economy is not very large, so we're not the best able to keep up with tech spending. In terms of relations, the Dutch not super happy with us. I'm trying to improve that. Nor the Germans, the Austrians, or the Spanish, but I don't mind going to war with them. Economy-wise, we're at 15.5, 15.6, which is ahead of Portugal, kind of the same as Scandinavia, and behind pretty much everyone else. But that is to be expected because we are playing on Legendary and the AI gets free money. The AI also gets free tech progress. So, yeah. Cool. Right. Well, the reason that I have called you back is one of the things we've researched is the Mark II 9-inch gun, which means it is time to refit. Yes, we're already going into the refits of the Velos, because we also have the Techos trying to unlock the triple expansion engine, which reduces our weight and I think improves efficiency. Yeah, not very much, but it gives us a little bit, just a little bit. We don't have induced boilers yet, sadly. We do have nickel steel armor though, which will give us a little bit more survivability. And we've got enough weight to put on an anti-torpedo belt. Should give us an advantage in fights. We do have soft cap and nose fuse shells. We also have gun cotton and white powder, which again does make a pretty big difference. We might have yet bigger torpedoes. So now our armor quality is 53%. So it's basically doubled. So now we are looking a little bit happier against guns. Oh, we need to upgrade our guns to Mark IIs. We'll increase their pen a bit. Can we make them... Yeah, let's go with 40 calibers. 1.36 rounds a minute. That's not too shabby. A cheeky little refit. We're at 94, so we can get maximum bulkheads. That's also a nice little upgrade. And we can carry a little bit more coal. Just a little bit. But, yes, this will make a big difference to how good these ships actually are. And it fixes a lot of the issues that we had with them. I do want to build a battleship. I'm waiting for this second round of shipyard expansion to finish so that we can actually build one of a reasonable size. That's probably the next thing I'm going to show off, unless a war kicks off. I seem to remember the US and Spain are not particularly friendly, but Spain has allied themselves to the British, so that could go all sorts of interesting ways. China is getting very upset with Japan. Yes, but there's been no wars yet. Anyway, I will see you again very soon when there's some news. Alright, welcome back. I've reinvested into the shipyards. I just want to, while I can afford it, I just want to keep that going. But it would be good to lay down an actual battleship. And whilst we do have things like this, we also have the Battleship 1, which is a very fine hull. Perfectly usable. I think we do go for 18 knots. Do I go reduced beam, maybe? Wait, what is my maximum? 14.8. Yeah, 14.5 seems about right. Cool. Good towers. Now I could go for this funnel, which gives me bugger all. I could go for 2 of those, which gives me like 18. Or just go with 4 quad stack. I kind of like that. That looks good. Okay. Main guns. I'm thinking the 12-inch. Personally. I think 12-inch is a pretty good caliber for pre-dreadnought battleships. With 6-inch secondary, battery, and some torpedoes. I think that's a good basis. Right. Triple expansion engine. Balanced rudder for the weight reduction. Nickel steel. Torpedo bell. Increased high explosive for the secondaries and increased AP for the mains. We'll stick with base fusion standard. Standard. White powder, gun cotton, 16-inch short, enhanced reload. We have no armor. Can we lengthen those guns at all? 34s. Okay, 40s are fine. Right. To protect against, yeah, about probably 1.5-inch. Maybe 2-inch. Just in case someone is coming along with a soft cap. HE. How does that compare to... See, it's not going to stop a 6-inch gun, though. We would need to double this to 4-inch if we want to protect against AP from secondary guns, which we might do. Yeah, let's go with 0.5, 0.2, 0.2 on the deck. Main belt armor, we want quite a bit. Possibly as much as 14-inch, which is pretty chunky. And if we go 15 on the turret, yeah, we're overweight. Not by much, surprisingly enough, with that insanely thick armor. That is a very chunky ship. We're going to be spending a lot of our displacement on armor, yeah. 11% of the total displacement of the ship is in the belt armor. Unfortunately, I've already reduced the coal. We could make it cramped, but I'm not a huge fan of that. We're spending a lot of weight on funnels. Wondering if 2 of these... No, because they don't give you as much. We could go mini bulkheads, I suppose. That's the most obvious thing to do. And then when we get some weight reduction text, we can increase the subdivisions. I think that's probably the best bet. It's not cheap at 63 million. It is the cost of 3 Velos class cruisers. But the Sectores, I think, a fine flagship. I'm probably only going to be able to build 1 of these. At least for now. But I think she'll make a fine flagship for the fleet. Let's see how much money they are per month to build. 4 million. We can afford that. That's great. Perfect. Build it in Constantinople, please. Probably going to be our main port for a bit. That will give us a battleship. Which will at least get us on the map in terms of naval power. The Italians do not have a battleship. The Austrians have 5. So that's a bit of a problem. I don't think we have any other. The Spanish do not have one. So we will be announcing our intent in the mid with this, that we will have an honest to goodness battleship, but yeah, no, it's going to go. It's mostly going to be just trying to tech up, trying to get some key research done. Maybe expanding the fleet. Oh, I did get some cruisers, didn't I? I did get some cruisers. So we've currently got the belted. We do have the light cruiser 2. No, it's not particularly interesting. And the semi-armored cruiser 1. Yeah, I kind of like our belted 3 masters. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing calling out to me that we need that ship. And because we're playing on Legendary, I'm being a little bit more cautious about what I build. We need value for money. And we're not going to have a tech advantage. We're not going to have a numbers advantage. So we need to make sure that all of the ships we're building are really solid. And giving us good value for money as well. So this is not going to be a no scrap campaign. I might be quite aggressively retiring or scrapping ships. Probably a more realistic way of playing it, to be honest. Yeah, I guess that's it. Right, well, I'm going to go keep an eye on all the politics and stuff, research a bunch of things, and maybe we'll get a new hull that we can build on. Alright, it's now April of 1895. We now have the Armoured Cruiser 2, which might be worth a little look. See what we're dealing with here. Armoured Cruiser 2. It has a mast. That feels regressive. That is slower, smaller, and no better in any way. Feels like those are the wrong way round and the wrong names. Oh, dearie me. Well, yeah, I feel like we should have this one before this one. Well, that's a disappointment. I was hoping to build a new ship. But, yeah, there's no point in doing that. The Sectoris is only 3 months away from being finished, which is pretty nice. What we do with her, I'm not actually sure, because we're researching things at quite a speed. I think once we get the Mark II guns, we should refit it. But yeah, I'm basically just watching and waiting and seeing what is going on. China and Japan, again, flirting with this idea of a war. Same with Spain and the US. Scandinavia and the Netherlands, not very happy with each other. The Germans don't like us. That's because they had the a ship wanders into a live fire exercise event. Yeah, none of the Goths like us, or the Spanish. Yes. Okay, I mean, a war with Austria-Hungary, especially if we can keep it contained to us versus Austria-Hungary, and, you know, the Russians and the Italians don't get involved, is potentially very beneficial, because this is a lot of pretty valuable territory for us. Especially Austria itself, damn. Yeah, this is all very valuable stuff. But we'll just have to wait and see. Well, here's some news that I can't possibly think why this would bite us in the arse. I've signed an alliance between us and the British Empire because they offered it to us for free. I wasn't going to. I hate paying for alliances, but we got the no. It's a free one, which is fantastic. Now, from our point of view, that's actually really useful because the British have control over Egypt and Suez, which means we can now freely pass through here, and we know that if we get into a war, we'll still have access to it. Interestingly, Armenia has popped into existence. They should be part of Russia. I wonder if we'll get an event to invade them. What's the unrest in Russia? Yeah, very distrustful. They must have had a rebellion. Yeah, they've got rebellions in Finland as well. Interesting. Who else do the British like? They quite like the French. They like the Americans. They like the Dutch. And they don't like the Germans or the Austrians. Well, yeah, we don't like the Germans or the Austrians either. All right. All right. Okay. Yep. Back to just hoping that things don't kick off too quickly. A war has begun. Now, unfortunately, our alliance broke. I don't even know why. It just got the pop-up saying that the alliance had broken. The UK was not at war at the time, so I don't know what's going on with that. So Spain is at war with Scandinavia. Oh my god, Scandinavia, what are you doing? They're at war with France, Germany, Spain, and probably soon Austria and Italy and Russia. Okay, and they have like no allies apart from maybe China. Yikes. Okay. I don't think that's going to go super well for them. That seems like they're just kicking over a hornet's nest for no particular reason. Right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. We're about to get our battleship 2, which will be fantastic. It'll be good to get another Predreadnought constructed. Yeah, sure. I'll keep an eye on this war and see what's going on with it. All right. Well, the war is certainly interesting. We're ready to start building our next battleship, which I'm going to say for the next episode. It looks like... Oh my god, this is complicated. So Germany's trying to invade here, but they're not going to manage that. They're trying to invade Denmark, but that looks very positive. And then the Scandinavians are trying to invade Helgoland. So there must be German fleet here. Yeah, 5 battleships and another 2 in support. But the Scandinavians have their main fleet right here with 9 battleships. There's one of the German battleships. Okay. Fleet totals. Germany's sitting on 126,000. Scandinavians 88. So, I'd say advantage Germany, to be honest. Our economy, though. I mean, this is just what it's like playing on Legendary. It's just like, wow. Yeah, See, the thing is, none of our... Although we own a really nice strategic position, none of these provinces are especially valuable, apart from maybe Persia. Like, we don't have those kind of, like, very urban, high-end, very expensive provinces. Like, Greece here is just over 1 trillion. And compare that to somewhere like southern England, which is 5. Yeah. Yeah, and then we've got places like this which bring in pretty much nothing, even though they're pretty big provinces. Oh, look at that, even Egypt. Very expensive. The plus side, though, is if we do take any territory, because the AI has been building up its GDP, the provinces are way more valuable than if you're playing on normal and the economy is in the toilet for the AI and capturing territory doesn't give you very much. But yes, the spectre of war looms, although if we can keep it contained to Scandinavia, who everybody hates, and it doesn't spill out into a wider conflict, that's fine. I'm just concerned that the Spanish-American War is going to kick off in a minute. And no, China and Japan are fine. What about the Russo-Japanese War? Looks fine. Okay, Russia doesn't like... Yeah, Scandinavia... I'm surprised Scandinavia's the one kicking off. But okay. Alright. Well, we'll just have to see how that pans out in the next wee while. Thank you very much for watching. And I've just noticed Finland is independent. Go Finland. Right. I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.